Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Cone Dodger here. Welcome back to Formula One 2017, last race of the season, in a heated battle with Sergio Perez for the 6th, one of those positions in points, with just 1 point between us. Let's hear where our very awkward PR manager would like us to finish in the race.
Hey, how are you? I have some information on the race goals you should keep in mind.
9th place and beat Felipe Massa. We're still targeting 11th in the championship. Feeling pretty confident we're going to be able to do that today. Pretty confident. We are going to be at Abu Dhabi, a track where I just put in a pretty impressive qualifying effort. I'm going to toot my own horn because I'm real proud of what I was able to do there after not doing too great in practice and struggling with this track in the past. Let's see if we can capitalize on that today in the race.
It's twilight here in the United Arab. We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and Kimi Raikkonen completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have a Renault, Alonso, Kevin Magnussen, and Hulkenberg, Grosjean, Sainz, Ocon, and Sergio Perez, Van Dorn, Bottas, Lewis Hamilton, and Ericsson, Ricciardo, Wehrlein, Daniel Kvyat, and Max Verstappen. Massa and Lance Stroll rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
What? Wait. Let's total this real quick in my head.
End of the season. Let's finish on a high note.
That's all you had to say? Okay. So, Mercedes, Williams, and Force India all had penalties that put them to the back of the grid. I'm starting in 3rd behind the Ferraris with Alonso next to me. Perez down there in 10th, even with the penalties because of all the other penalties. Oh, this is going to be interesting. And this race starts during the day, which is unfortunate because I really like this place at night. Race strategy has us going to lap 5 on these tires, then going to 14 on the super softs. It's cloudy today, so maybe the track will be cool enough. It is a 14-lap race. We have 16 laps of fuel in the car. With our extra fuel efficiency, we don't need to be that heavy. So I'm going to go down to 15 laps and have a little bit to burn, because I've been noticing that's a little inaccurate anyway. So yeah, there's our strategy. Let's go do this. Let's see what we can manage. Really, all we got to do is maintain. Even if we lose a couple spots, we should be in good shape here. But another podium would be cool. All right, clutch in. Get those RPMs up. A good getaway. A little bit of tire spin. Not too bad. A little wide in turn 1, but I think we can clear Alonso. Yes. Gotta keep in mind the car's heavier now. It may not be able to go flat in this turn. First time I've really been able to run behind the computer cars at this track. Let's see what kind of line they're doing.
Okay, we're through the start phase. Now let's build on it.
Oh, we're building on it. We're in Raikkonen's draft, which is very nice. Pulling us away from the Mikanda. Should we try this? Why not? Why not, right? We had such a run. I put a bit of a wheel to him, but I think I was pretty in line there. I don't think that was out of line on my part. Now, he will come fighting back. There's no way that we'll be able to hold off a Ferrari in this car. That's just the starting madness that let that happen. And if he does get back, which he pretty much already is, I will gladly let him go rather than try to fight him. That's the section I've really struggled with here. But I had the opportunity there. I had to try and pass a Ferrari just because it didn't seem like it would be possible to do that. Wide in one. This is where he'll likely make his move. Oh yeah, the car is very heavy right here. You can see how much we're holding him up because of the pack behind us and how far Vettel is out ahead. We got a good run onto the hairpin though. Or out of the hairpin. No draft for you. He's not there yet. I think this car has found a lot of speed through the season, through the upgrades we've done. Chassis may not be as developed as it needs to be, nor the aero, but it's got some power to it. You know, those 2 or 3 horsepower advantages we kept gaining, they don't seem like much, but in the world of Formula One, to have gained, you know, 6 horsepower over the course of the season is actually pretty significant. I talk in my NASCAR series about how difficult it is to find the thousandths of a second in NASCAR to try and get ahead of somebody. In Formula One, it's tenths of a percentage of like efficiency or, you know,
Approaching the pit window, you'll be on the super softs.
actual horsepower numbers. So you can get that extra 2 kilometers down the straightaway. Those minutiae are still a thing in Formula One. It's just less about the driving and more about the cars. The driving in Formula One, you know, you don't generally make it to Formula One and succeed without massive driving talent. I don't think there's anybody in the F1 field, no matter how much we make fun of them, that are not just supremely talented drivers. Unless, of course, they bought a seat and were never any good at driving in their life. But then they just get laughed out of the sport anyway. For me, one of the most fascinating things to follow in Formula One is the development of the cars and the team's ability to find speed within the formula. Granted, in the last 10 years, NASCAR's become a lot like that too. Like putting a piece of tape on a spoiler to find a bunch of straightaway speed. How are we staying ahead of him? How is this happening? I mean, he's all over us. The whole field's all over us. We're holding them up.
Extra fuel target +1. The gap to teammate.
There he goes.
2.3 seconds.
That went well, though. Hopefully now we can hold off the rest of them. It'd be nice to hold with Raikkonen, but he's checking out. He was not happy about having to be behind us, I'm sure. Hoping to get DRS there. Use a little fuel right now. We did. That'll help us pull away from the Haas. Yeah, this car... Oh, wow. He was real slow in the center. That was very close. We could have lost front wing there and been screwed. Yeah, this thing flies down the straightaways now. Oh, what a block. Boy, that about got us in trouble. These AI, they are pretty crafty, I gotta admit. That's a little bit more lockup than we want. Been pretty hard on these tires. I'm sure they're not super pleased. So glad I figured out these last 2 turns at the very last minute.
The window has opened.
Window is open. Are they expecting us this lap or next? I don't remember. The things I should have committed to memory. So it's a fight between Renault and Haas for the final podium spot right now. Pretty weird season. Pretty weird season as unfolded. No DRS. I don't know if he will or not. Keep an eye out for him. Didn't seem so. I don't really remember watching back on the real 2017 season if the Haas car had a lot of straightaway in it or not. I don't remember it being that way.
Okay, we're ready for you. Box this lap.
Okay, box this lap. I'm gonna stick to the strategy. Now, I didn't do any laps on these super softs in practice, so hopefully they're not too strange. I did laps on softs, which were actually really not that different than even the ultras, so we should be all right. Take it easy on the pit entry because you can't hit that wall right there. Take it easy as he slides his front tires. Okay, this is going to put us in traffic, I believe. We may have some troubles leaving. It's only going to be the Ferrari ahead of us, so we should be alright leaving.
Go, go, go.
Yeah, we're good. There's this bizarre
That was
pit
our
exit
last
here.
stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
Very bizarre pit exit. Takes us all the way out through turn 2 and 3. Right back on track. Okay, let's watch these tires. Let them get some heat in them. It's going to be very important for us to get the most out of the car right now. We don't want to get passed out of sequence. Hamilton's behind us. All right, so the Mercedes are making their way through. Unless, of course, he has not pit yet. And he started on the Supers. I kind of doubt that, but it's not impossible. That's the thing that could really cost us that chance for the podium, is if the Mercedes make their way back to the front. Saw how much trouble I had holding off for Ferrari. Rakkonen's actually getting into some traffic right now. Wow, it's not done to that to us in a while. I have barely held on to the car. I'm sure that cost us time.
To the pits. Nico is in the pits now.
Too much power, I think. I should have gone back down to a normal fuel mix. Alright, how does this shake out? Hamilton's behind us doing fast laps of the race. Probably just going to make mincemeat of us. Unless, like I said, he hasn't pit yet. That's the only other way this could shake out differently. It does seem hard to believe that he would be all the way up to the Ferraris by this point. Unless he just really, really undercut. Still right behind us. Surprised he didn't Durs us there.
Gap to car in front is 2.0 seconds.
We're starting to catch some of the cars that haven't pit yet. Not too good news for us. Hopefully they pit this time. I gotta imagine they will. That was wide. I'm worried I'm actually going to be losing time trying to hold off Hamilton versus letting him go. There goes the Sauber. He is not pitting, so I think he has pit. Unless he started on supers.
Vettel's just moved into first place.
Okay. Which means we should be sequencing back around, and we're still in third. This is either our race, where we're gonna have to fight those two Mercedes off, or at least try, or we're in very good shape if they still have to pit. This good top-end speed is really paying off for us right now. That's where they would like to pass us. And if they start battling each other, that'd be great. Keep in it. Oh, very nice. That's about the best I've taken that turn, especially on not ultras. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden I was able to find some marks to hit around this place.
Our gap to our teammate is 10.2 seconds.
Hopefully he's staying up in the points, and hopefully the Force Indias aren't. I don't know if they already clinched that or not. Oh, I wanted to push wide there. Focusing on getting good runs onto the backstretch here. Don't forget to turn off that wrench. Just use it on the straightaways. If they were gonna pit again, it would be soon. It would be very soon. Kind of doubting that they are at this juncture. And one of them gets me. They both will. To be pinpoint precise right now.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Ooh. Okay. Turn one's where I've been slowest. I figured that would be where it would get me. Oh no! Big front wash out there. Did not see that coming. Okay, we had to imagine that would happen eventually, right? Pretty proud of the fact I was able to hold them as long as I did. Let's use our DRS to pull back to them. Stay away from Magnussen. We just gotta hope that these two stop the pit. That's our only possibility of a miracle result.
Vettel's in first place.
Noted. Unnecessary information also. I guess I was just a bit too fast in turn one. That's why it washed out into that right-hander. Oh no! 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 Where are we? We are in 6th. We only lost 1 position. We have Ocon right behind us. Ooh, no. That's the problem with pushing the car to its absolute limit every lap.
The gap to the leader is 24.6 seconds.
Alright, don't panic. We're still very far ahead of Perez. Just drive your own pace. I really think trying to match those Mercedes had me way overdrive the car. Okay. Oh, they are in a big clump behind us. One more mistake like that and we're doomed. Very lucky to have a good lead on the field going into that. Very lucky. Alright, stretching it back out. We're still faster than those guys are. I knew this section would be the challenging bit for us. I didn't think it would go down quite like that, but I got just a little too wide into the paint, into the marbles. Around it went. Mercedes now mounting their charge forward.
We're looking at some gearbox wear, trying to keep your number of shifts to a minimum.
You know what? Shut up, Jeff. Apparently he didn't want to hear that message. Try it again. Jeff, shut the hell up. Nope, nope, he's just not interested. Not exactly getting away from Ocon here. He's not exactly running us over either. Trying my best not to overdrive anything. Definitely not put too much pressure on the rears if it's got any extra rear tire wear now.
2 laps of fuel remaining.
Certainly afraid of going into rich mix with it. Oh wow, big frame hiccup there. All these fancy graphics for the building. Last area, I need that. Kinda curious. Really not that bad.
Okay, distance to teammate, 6.4 seconds. Okay, some information on Bottas. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Okay, well, is it like terminal slowdown or just a little slowdown? see him on the side of the road, so probably nothing I actually needed to know. Boy, it's a good thing this car has legs. Not too much longer now. You can hold on to this. I think just reducing my pace has really helped. I think even if the tires were not super worn, they may have been getting too hot. That turn's still a nuisance. It wants to spin out on the brakes. I just saw Perez in my mirror and it freaked me out that he's that close. Hey, he's only 2 cars behind us.
Final lap of the race.
Don't overdrive the turns. Keep it nice and safe. Good. Make sure we hit full rich mix here. Get a good launch down the straightaway.
There's only
Regular.
1 lap of fuel remaining.
Why? Why would you ever say that when there's less than a lap left of the race? Moron.
The gap to the car ahead is 5.8 seconds.
Wow. Langston putting in quite a drive here. Definitely seems like our race pace was a little less than our qualifying pace. That was very close to disaster. Well, we did it. We lived.
Okay, good job, mate. Really well done. That was a fantastic drive.
I think it was, yes. Whew. Whew. Get a check on that whole heart rate situation.
Great effort there from Ferrari to take the victory today. So, Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive.
And
They
as we
started
can
out front and
see,
stand out
it's
front. Shut
time
up.
for the podium, and as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit making its way to the top step. It's a good result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Oh, well, it's got to be Lewis Hamilton. He was fast, decisive, everything you'd want from a top-class driver.
The Constructors' title may already be decided, but we saw a dip in form from the championship leaders today. Their lead has taken a significant blow. It was also a strong Grand Prix from Haas F1 this weekend. Fantastic work from the American team to move themselves further up the table. That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
Well, that wraps up our season 7th place. Held off Perez from that late season charge there, just ahead of our 2 rivals of the season, Perez and Massa. Pretty good effort, I think. I believe we found a nice difficulty level in the game. It's been very, very fun for me trying to push this back marker team to a mid marker team. We got that one podium. It was really good. 5th place in the Constructors' Championship, meaning we're deadlocked in mid-pack with these guys right now. Weren't able to get up to the Force Indias like we hoped we may have because of one particular teammate that perhaps was not performing up to spec. And yeah, that'll do it for, man, what a stressful race that ended up being. From starting out front and thinking we could fight for a podium to really just honestly overdriving. I was overdriving the car, trying to put it somewhere in the field that didn't belong. Our best lap was a 43.5, and that was really giving it everything in the draft and all that good stuff, and that was only the 5th fastest lap. So, yeah, it was certainly overdriving on my part, but managed to hang on, managed to beat Perez, and that was the main goal. Let's advance and see what happens after the season. Okay, so we got bonus points for next season. Let's see if we can actually spend those on Red Bull next season, or wherever we end up. I don't know how all that's going to play out, but will be interesting to see if we can roll those over to next season. Rivalry, I guess it stays active. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. All the teams are pretty ecstatic with us. Williams is probably the key team interested in us, but I'm more interested in the Red Bull team. Here's our results. Contract event.
Quick question. How are you here? Are you happy? I mean, obviously, I hope so, but you do have some other options if you're up for a new challenge. Let me just grab the door. I had a call from another team a few weeks ago.
Just one?
Well, things have moved on since then. These are the offers I've managed to put together for you. You don't have to do anything with them, but let me know what you think.
Well, you are not very loyal to Renault, that's for sure. Okay. So, available to us is stay as first driver for Renault, move to second driver for Williams, second driver for Toro Rosso, or second driver for Haas. I'm not going to say that I'm not disappointed. I was really hoping that we would get an offer for the Red Bull team, but I guess that's just too much of a leap. Williams is still not bad, though. I'm very surprised we didn't get an offer for even Force India, but I suppose that the way that this works is it just goes around either team that's like above or below you, I guess? Or 2 below you, 1 above you? Yeah. Oh well. I think even with Williams, we could push that team to maybe some podiums. Maybe try for a win with a Williams. That's not impossible. But you'll have to wait until next season to find out what I do. Thank you all for your support in this endeavor. It has been a lot of fun. Really kind of exceeded my expectations for what an F1 career playthrough would do. And have nobody to thank but you guys for supporting all this. Next season, a lot of changes coming. Stay tuned and see how we do.